Graduates of the class of 1994, you may be seated, and everyone may be seated. Good evening. Good evening to the graduates of the class of 1994, family members, friends, teachers, and honored guests. I am Paul Sink. It is my distinct pleasure and privilege to serve as the principal of Lorain High School. This is the 115th commencement ceremony of Lorain High School. The significance of this ceremony is well documented and has a long and distinguished tradition of sending graduates into successful post-high school experiences. Our graduates, their parents, and the staff of Lorain High School have worked hard to see that this day could be celebrated and designated as a memorable event. Although it is a joyous time, we ask that you treat this ceremony with the dignity and respect it deserves. Please stay in your seat during the entire ceremony. A professional photographer will take a picture of each graduate as he or she is greeted by Superintendent Bolin after receiving the diploma from Mr. Dargo, a member of the Lorain Board of Education. Also, please remain seated until all of the graduates have gone through the recitational at the end of the program. The class of 1994 voted to include an invocation and benediction in their graduation. It is my pleasure to introduce Nicole Nieves to deliver the invocation for this evening. Will everyone please stand for the invocation and remain standing for the alma mater, which will be played immediately after the invocation by the school band directed by Mr. Thomas Tucker. Nicole.
Thank you. Please bow our heads in prayer. Let us now give dear thanks to our Creator for all of the people in our lives, for our teachers and advisors who have helped us become more educated people. Thank you for the school administrators who have helped in many ways to make sure we got the best education possible. Most of all, let us give thanks for our parents, guardians, and families for giving us the support we needed to get through our high school years. Now that we are about to be high school graduates, we will need to be blessed in order for us to continue our success. Please watch over us as we go on through our lives, trying to accomplish one goal after another. Be with us during our good times and our bad. Be with us always, because with your help all can be accomplished. Amen.
Thank you. You may take your seats. Thank you, Nicole, and thank you, Lorain High School band members and Mr. Tucker. Before announcing the Honor Cord graduates, the Service Plaque honorees, and the scholarship recipients, I would like to introduce the Board of Education members, the superintendent, and other school personnel in attendance this evening to join you in honoring the class of 1994. Mr. Ken Kramer, President of the Board of Education. Mr. Richard J. Dargo, Vice President of the Board of Education. Mrs. Ann Jensen, Member of the Board of Education. Mr. Raul Ramos, Member of the Board of Education. Mr. Michael Minnick, Member of the Board of Education. Mr. Thomas Bolin, Superintendent of Lorain Schools. Mr. Nick Hutlock, Dr. James Buford, Mr. Jerry Kordelski, Mr. David Majeski, Mr. Ed Chavez, Mr. Bill Kingsley, Mr. David Karolak, Mr. Bill Wagner, Mrs. Gloria Nolan, Mrs. Jane Hune, Mr. Wayne Hardman, Mr. Roger Brownson. In addition, on the side, Miss Carol Petty is here, the vocal director, and Mr. Thomas Tucker, director of the band. And in addition, I would like to tell you that there are about 40 members of our staff here tonight to make this a joyous and momentous occasion. May I ask you to please give those folks a round of applause. In addition, I would like to introduce some students. We make it a habit of inviting some top students from our junior class to serve as ushers for the graduation. We are fortunate to have 3 4.0 students at Lorain High School, so we invited all 3 of them. Someday when we have 10 or 15, we'll invite all 10 or 15. But I'd like to introduce Jody Glading, Lindsay Lathwell, and James Armstrong. It is truly a pleasure to witness and officiate the graduation of the class of 1994. All of the individuals mentioned previously join me in congratulating you for reaching this goal. You are encouraged to use this accomplishment as a springboard to future success. A long-standing tradition is to recognize the top 5% of graduates in the area of service to their school. Although many of our graduates have been active in service to school and various activities around the community, the names I am about to read are at the top. They are the top 5% in service to school for the class of 1994. I will read them in descending order. With 216 graduates, 5% of that is 11 students. So as the student's name is called, please stand and let's savor our applause to the end, if you will, please. Erica Starr, Felicia Jackson, Robert Barnes, Michelle Amato, Douglas Smith, Jeffrey Dudziak, Nancy Perhot, Don Woods, Nicole Francis, and number 2 in service to Lorain High School is Jenny Schwartz, and number 1 in service to Lorain High School is Jennifer Irwin. Let's give them now a great hand of applause. You may be seated. Thank you. Congratulations to each of you. This recognition is well deserved, and I thank you for all that you've done to make Lorain High School a better school. Academic excellence is a worthy goal for all to pursue. The names I am about to announce represent the top 5% in academic excellence for the class of 1994 from Lorain High School. The educational program they chose was very challenging, and their efforts are being recognized tonight. Congratulations to each student and the parents of these outstanding students. Again, in descending order, 5% of 216 is 11. The first person to be announced is Nicole Nieves. Rachel Malinowski. As the students are announced, a guidance counselor is presenting them with their honor cords, also an academic letter. Nicole Francis. Thomas Engel. Tara Robin. Brandy Bordy. Jennifer Irwin. George Cruz. Jennifer Engel. Let's give these folks a nice round of applause. I have two more to announce, but I would like to say a few words. The next person is our salutatorian. She's done an outstanding job in many areas of school and obviously in the classroom because she's being presented this award tonight. Nancy Perhot. And the person who is our valedictorian this year, a perfect 4.0 student, outstanding person, outstanding student, Felicia Jackson. You may be seated. Thank you. And congratulations. The class of 1994 would not have been able to accomplish many of its goals without leadership. I would like to introduce the class officers to this crowd. President Christopher Clinton, Vice President George Cruz, Secretary Felicia Jackson, Treasurer Melissa Michaels. Let's give them a nice round of applause, if you please. Thank you very much. You may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a rather lengthy list, which I'm very proud to announce, and I beg your indulgence as we go through this because we want to recognize the students that have, as a result of their classwork, earned the attention of universities and colleges, and they have been offered scholarships to attend those schools. I'm proud to say that the people I'm about to introduce have earned $400,000 worth of scholarship. That's quite a significant event. First name, Jennifer Lynn Atkins, Lorain County Community College Presidential Scholarship. Robert Conrad Barnes, he has an academic scholarship to Hiram. Allison Marie Bolius, recipient of the Lorain Foundation Scholarship and a scholarship from Lorain County Community College. Brandy Bordy. Brandy is the recipient of the Heidelberg Presidential Scholarship and the Heidelberg Leadership Scholarship. Andrew Christopher Branham, recipient of the Lorain County Community College Presidential Scholarship. Latoya Rochelle Campbell. Latoya is the recipient of the Lorain County Community College Minority Incentive Scholarship. Jason Robert Christensen is the recipient of an athletic scholarship from Bemidji State University. Christopher Lavelle Clinton. Christopher is the recipient of the LCCC Minority Incentive Scholarship. Edeline C. Cromer, recipient of the Mexican Mutual Society Scholarship and the Lorain County Community College Trustee Scholarship. George Luis Cruz. George has an academic scholarship to Ohio State University. Heidi Driver. Baldwin Wallace Trustee Scholarship, also the Dusendon Scholarship. Jeffrey George Dudziak, recipient of also an athletic scholarship from Bemidji State University. Jennifer Lynn Engel. Jennifer is the recipient of the University of Toledo Academic Excellence Scholarship, the University of Toledo Leadership Scholarship, the Tillotson Scholarship, the Ohio Board of Regents Academic Scholarship, the Lorain Foundation Scholarship, the Lozier Scholarship, and the Challenge for Tomorrow Scholarship. Thomas Grant Engel, the recipient of the James A. Garfield Scholarship to Hiram. Melvin Ledre English, recipient of the Lorain County Community College Minority Incentive Scholarship. Laura Arendt, Lorain County Community College Presidential Scholarship. Nicole Ann Francis, the Lozier Scholarship, the Duzendon Scholarship, the Lorain Negro Women in Professional Scholarship. Cynthia A. Gutierrez, Lorain County Community College Minority Incentive Scholarship. Erin Martine Hanna, Duzendon Scholarship. Joseph E. Hernandez, Lorain County Community College Presidential Scholarship. Jennifer J. Irwin, University of Dayton Dean's Scholarship, also the Lozier Scholarship. Felicia Yvette Jackson, the Leibowitz Scholarship, the National Honor Society Scholarship, University of Miami Alumni Scholarship, University of Miami Achievement Scholarship. Jennifer Ann Kesterke, Lorain County Community College Presidential Scholarship. Teresa D. Lopez, Lorain County Community College Minority Incentive Scholarship. Rachel Marie Malinowski, Lorain County Community College Presidential Scholarship. Keisha Lynn Matthews, Negro Business and Professional Scholarship, Lorain County Community College Minority Incentive Scholarship. Reginald Montel Miller, Lorain Foundation Scholarship and an Academic Achievement Scholarship. Tamika Michelle Mosley, Lorain County Community College Minority Incentive Scholarship. Nicole L. Nieves, Lorain County Community College Trustee Scholarship. Nancy N. Perhat, Wittenberg Salutatorian Scholarship and the Lozier Scholarship. Gregory P. Paprocki, Lorain County Community College Presidential Scholarship. Mandy J. Puckett, PTA Scholarship. Mark Anthony Reyes, Lorain County Community College Minority Incentive Scholarship. Tara Ellen Robin, College of Worcester Academic Scholarship. Juan T. Rosario, Lorain County Community College Minority Incentive Scholarship. Heather Danielle Sage, the Lozier Scholarship, the Larson Scholarship, and the John Carroll Academic Scholarship. Joshua Uriah Save, Lorain County Community College Presidential Scholarship. Jenny Lee Schwartz, Lorain County Community College Minority Incentive Scholarship and the Larson Scholarship. Douglas G. Smith, Lorain County Community College Presidential Scholarship and the Lozier Scholarship. Erica Courtney Starr, Baldwin Wallace University Scholarship. Damian Clarence Strouser, Lorain County Community College Trustees Scholarship. Lillian Yvette Taylor, Lorain County Community College Minority Incentive Scholarship. Isaac Terron, Lorain County Community College Minority Incentive Scholarship. Lori Lynn Tomlin, Lorain County Community College Trustees Scholarship. Amy Marie Ulichny, Lorain County Community College Presidential Scholarship. Antonio Lamar Young, Lorain County Community College Minority Incentive Scholarship. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the scholarship winners bringing in $400,000. Let's give them a nice round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my extreme pleasure to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Thomas Bolin. Mr. Bolin has the delightful task, one which he enjoys greatly, that of introducing the speakers, our student speakers, for our graduation ceremony. Please join me in greeting Mr. Thomas Bolin.
Thank you, Mr. Sink. I wanted to tell the audience that I've been keeping tally on how our kids are doing all week long, and it's really our young people that have done it. This year, Lorain has brought home over $1.5 million in scholarships. Ladies and gentlemen, parents and graduates of the class of 1994, soon you're going to receive your diplomas, symbols that our society has to tell you that we believe you're ready to take your place as adult members of our community. Diplomas are signs of your past successes over the last 13 years of school, but they're also our sign of hope for a successful future for you and for the successful future of our community, this nation, and even the world. Statistics tell us that indeed you will be a success. You enter the world with a leg up on those who have not achieved as you have. We know, for example, that the average monthly earnings of a person without a high school diploma is only $452. The average monthly earnings of someone with your qualifications, a high school diploma, is over twice that, $921. So if you measure success by the paycheck alone, you're already positioned to be way ahead of the game. For most of us, though, a solid paycheck is not enough, no matter how large it is. We want careers that match our strengths so that we will feel that we're contributing what we can to a job. We want relationships with people that make us feel whole. Relationships in which we're able to give to others while they in turn give back to us. We want to live in communities where we feel safe and comfortable, where we can raise our children and make a happy life. We want to live lives of peace in a land where every individual has value, where new ideas are respected, and where all are free to achieve the highest standard of living. These things, too, we wish for you as you enter the world beyond high school. But history tells us something else also. No matter how well prepared you are for this new world that you're about to enter, you will face problems that sometimes will seem to be insurmountable. Norman Vincent Peale wrote a book called The Power of Positive Thinking many years ago that contains the secret of successfully overcoming even what seems to be at the time the most terrible of problems. In it he said, "Any fact facing us is not as important as our attitude toward it, for that determines our success or failure." You know this is true because as you watch your fellow graduates come up here to receive their diplomas, you will see among you examples of people who have already faced diversity and have overcome it. Whether it was on the playing field, in a classroom, at home, or on the streets, there are people sitting here among you who know that it was only through thinking they could do it that they did it. What basketball team wins a game thinking that it will lose? What one of you passed the proficiency test thinking that you couldn't do it? Which one of you faced and beat some personal problem or illness or tragedy that you thought you never could get through? If there's any reason that we have tried to, if there's any lesson rather, that we've tried to instill over the past years, it is this: you have it within you to become a success and to beat the problems that will face you. And don't ever let anybody tell you that you can't do it. Your being here today is just a hint at what you will achieve in the future. And so on this last day of your public education, before we send you out into the world with our greatest hopes resting on your shoulders, I'd like to remind you of a silly little story that you probably heard so often from your parents and teachers that it's become a cliche. It was about a train that needed to climb a mountain and did so by repeating the phrase, "I think I can." Remember that? You were the little engine that could so long ago. You could, you did, and by the awarding of this diploma, we're confident that you will do again. Achieve great things, class. We love you. Felicia Jackson is the daughter of Lawrence and Jermaine Jackson, is ranked #1 with a 4.0 GPA. Felicia has received many, many special awards and honors. For her academics, she graduates with the distinction of receiving the High Honor Roll, the Superintendent's Academic Recognition, the USAA National Merit Award, and the National Association of Negro Business and Professional Women's Club Academic Achievement Award. Felicia is also a Phi Beta Kappa honoree. The leadership skills she has shown gained her recognition by receiving the Cleveland State Leadership Award, the Principals Leadership Award nominee, and USAA National Leadership Award. The Lorain County chapter of Jack and Jill of America named her to receive the Outstanding Senior Award for 1994 because of her many accomplishments and abilities. Felicia received recognition by being named recipient of the Erie Shores Conference Athletic Scholar. She is also Secretary of the LHS 1994 National Honor Society and has been awarded the National Honor Society Scholarship and the Dr. Leibowitz Scholarship. After graduation, Felicia plans to attend Miami University to major in psychology and minor in mathematics. Her goals include obtaining a doctorate degree in psychology to become a child psychologist. This very talented young lady also found time to participate in extracurricular activities. In addition to participating in band, orchestra, student council, and the Senior Advisory Board, she is a member of the International Club and the National Honor Society, French Club, and the Dean's Advisory Board. Felicia participated in the ski club, volleyball, was a concession stand worker, and a member of the Fellowship of Christian Students. Won't you help me welcome this outstanding young lady, Felicia Jackson.
Good evening, respected faculty and educators, proud parents and friends, and anxious graduates. We are gathered to celebrate the conclusion of our journey thus far. May we recognize that the document we will receive tonight does not simply represent closure to the life that we've become accustomed to, but also serves as our passport to the path that lies ahead. As we approach the doorway to our future, we have come from a variety of corridors, and though each of us has a unique background, our passageways have crossed, and we have shared common experiences. Let us take a glance back at the past for a vision of the future. Many of us recall our first step through the schoolhouse doors of kindergarten in 1981. Along with 30 other anxious children, we quickly realized that the year ahead was going to be one of many new adventures and one where our greatest accomplishment would be learning to read. Receiving our first diploma, we walked up to the elementary school doors. From 1983 until 1988, we learned some of the most valuable lessons and morals we would ever need to know. The unforgettable friends we cherished, teachers we admired, and recesses we adored led us toward yet another entranceway. No matter what junior high we attended, I am sure it was within the framework of these buildings that we can say we achieved our first sense of true responsibility. For the first time, we made our own schedules and were expected to change classes promptly on a 3-minute bell schedule. As if this wasn't enough to handle, we received no mercy on nights when our math, English, science, and social studies teachers all secretly planned to give us an exam on the same day. It was after the annual 8th grade Cedar Point trip that our pathways began to coincide. In the summer of 1990, marching band, football, tennis, soccer, cheerleading, and tennis introduced us to some of the activities, challenges, and friends that we will always remember. Behind the welcoming doors of Lorain High School, we shared a variety of learning, service, and social experiences. We've traveled the halls of Lorain High for 4 years, each with our own personal goals, yet all striving toward a successful conclusion. Together, we have come to realize that you get out of life what you put in. Responsibility has not only become a reality, but a necessity. And having experienced fear as freshmen, spirit as sophomores, joy as juniors, and status as seniors, we know that in order to be successful at anything, we must first establish goals. Over the years, we have been reminded that to achieve the impossible, you must first see the invisible. Just as a light at the end of a tunnel motivates a weary traveler, so our visions and goals will help us to focus our efforts toward obtaining them. So as we envision the doorway to the future and close the doors to our past, let us not lock them, for they are the openings to tomorrow. In our final moments as the senior class of Lorain High School, let us look through the peephole in the doorway that lies ahead. Whether our view is one of a successful doctor, lawyer, or the next President of the United States, let us stride vigorously down the corridor of success. To the graduating class of 1994, may we depart from this ceremony tonight with the pleasant memories of our years past, hopes and dreams of the future, and the guidance and blessings of the Lord. And may we take with us a grandeur vision of making a positive impact on the lives of others. In the words of Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, lives of great men all remind us we can make our lives sublime, and departing, leave behind us footprints on the sands of time. Thank you.
Alan and Linda Irwin are the proud parents of Miss Jennifer J. Irwin. Jennifer is the president of the National Honor Society and has been named to the who's who among American high school students. Her leadership qualities have been recognized by being named to receive the Principal's Leadership Award and the United States Achievement Academy Leadership Award, and she is recognized for her academic accomplishments by receiving a High Honor Roll Award and a National Merit Science Award. The Quota Club named her to receive the Quota Club Women's Service Award, and she is a Quota Club Service winner. She has also been named to the All-State Academic Team and is the recipient of the Alfred J. Lozer Scholarship and the University of Dayton's Dean's Scholarship. After graduation, Jennifer heads to the University of Dayton to major in interpersonal communications with a minor in psychology and business. Jennifer was a varsity cheerleader, a member of the softball team, the ski club, the French club, and participated in the student council, video broadcasting club, the concert band, the orchestra, and the marching band. This very talented and active young lady was also a member of the Ohio Association of Student Council's executive board and staff, and participated in its mentorship program. Won't you help me welcome another very talented young lady, Jennifer Irwin.
Graduates of the class of 1994, we are now upon the threshold of our doorway to the future. We have achieved our goals up to this point in our lives, and we now find ourselves ready to cross the threshold and graduate. It is such an exciting yet trying time as new questions, ideas, and concepts are thrown our way. It appears as if this time coincides with our early days of kindergarten, when we had to choose new friends, determine what would fill our play hour, and decide what cookie to eat. Only now, we are answering all of these questions on quite a different level. We have to prepare ourselves for our future aspirations. By setting goals now, we can work toward achieving them step by step, as we did in high school. Whether preparing for the military, a job situation, or college, it is essential that each individual determines what is important for his or her dreams. Once you have found the vital components that make up your desires, you must mold them into an organized plan that will become your list of goals. It cannot be expected, however, that each milestone will come easily. You must push yourself and test the abilities you have learned through high school to do the best possible job you can. If you set your sights high and strive to fulfill your dreams, you will be constantly working toward a better you. Not only will you achieve your individual goals, but you will find personal success in knowing you have accomplished something for yourself. You will feel better about yourself and be more compelled to meet the new challenges the future will bring. Although we are reaching a new point in our lives where we are being called upon to act responsibly and take on a more mature role, we must remember that there are people who will always be a part of us and will constantly support our achievements as well as our failures. Through the years, our parents, siblings, grandparents, teachers, and friends have stood by us and can still be called upon for help. Life is asking for a bigger commitment from us, but we can always rely on the special people in our lives. They too will push you to accomplish your desired goals, but you must remember, only you can make the real difference in your life. If you start today and begin to plan now, you will find a more self-satisfying rate of success, and you will be able to outline goals for the years to come. You will find pride in your accomplishments and can credit yourself in planning for the future. Always strive to believe in yourself and your goals so you can become the individual you've always dreamed of being. I would like to leave you, my graduating class of 1994, with a small selection from a book by an author we are all familiar with, Dr. Seuss. His book, Oh, the Places You'll Go, best depicts the bright future that lies ahead for all of us. Congratulations! Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the guy who will decide where to go. So be your name Buxbaum or Bixby or Bray or Matakay Alley Van Allen O'Shea. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Good luck, class of 1994, and best wishes for success on the other side of your threshold.
Christopher Clinton is the son of Donald and Betty Clinton. Christopher did not attend Lorain High for the complete 4 years. Since his arrival, however, Christopher has demonstrated continued academic improvement to the point of qualifying for the honor roll for most of his senior year and was invited to the Senior Academic Awards Banquet this year in recognition of his academic accomplishments. His academic accomplishments included being selected to attend a biology field experience in California with students from all over the United States and participation in the Oberlin College Upward Bound program. Christopher was recognized this year by the Lorain County Alliance of Black Educators with their Service Education Award. Christopher's leadership abilities surfaced this year when he was elected by his fellow students to be president of his senior class. He has the admiration and respect of his classmates, as well as the trusted office of representing them in their final year. Upon graduation, Christopher plans to attend Fisk College in Nashville, Tennessee, majoring in political science. It's my pleasure to introduce the president of Lorain High School's 1994 graduating class, Christopher Clinton.
Graduates, ladies and gentlemen, when I think of graduation, I think of freedom. I think of independence. I don't think about failure. I don't think about depending on mom and dad forever or living at home until I'm 30. I intend to do the opposite. I want to succeed. We all want to succeed. We would not be gathered here tonight if we had intended to fail. We all want successful, productive, and healthy lives. But wanting is not enough. Wanting a job will not get you a job. Wanting success will not get you success. Wanting peace and tranquility in your life will not get you peace and tranquility. You and I need to plan to make it happen. For if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. Be relentless in pursuit of your goals by planning and taking advantage of each and every opportunity. And be aware of people and events that may try to bring you down. Life's obstacles can make you feel that you can't overcome, but planning can help you get through. Seniors, you are the future. You have reached a new height. Take the next step. The doors of opportunity are open. Just step through. You will, as always, face trials and tribulations, but these can be used to make you stronger so you can face the next set of trials with success. To this point in your life, you have had family and friends around to give you a helping hand. This support network may now begin to change. You will have to face life as it knocks you around with limited help. That's reality. But with proper planning, you won't need that help. In everything you do, plan, and you will accomplish it. Right now, you plan to get through high school and graduate, and you are here. You have accomplished this goal by planning. Now, more than ever, keep planning. Keep striving to be the best. Keep reaching. Keep grasping for more. Keep wanting. Keep needing to be successful, and keep pushing your way to the top. Let no one deter you from your aspirations. The world is not always a safe and beautiful place. Try to avoid negative thinking and start looking at all the good that you can accomplish. Look at what you can change. You can change the negative to the positive. Change what might seem impossible to the possible. You can change no to yes and maybe to absolutely. Change I think I can to I know I can. You can change everything when you plan to do it. Planning. Planning is being involved, responsible, focused, ambitious, positive, having the right attitude and skill, and having knowledge. Your success or failure is based on your planning. So please plan and keep planning to be somebody. No matter how hard it gets or how difficult it may become, you will come to the place you've always wanted to be by planning. If you remember nothing else that I have said, please remember this. Don't fail to plan, because you will then plan to fail. Families, guests, friends, teachers, and administrators, take a good look at your future. The Lorain High graduating senior class of 1994. Thank you.
I would like to thank Mr. Boland for doing a superb job of addressing the class and introducing the speakers, but most of all, I would like to express my thanks to Felicia and Jennifer and Christopher. You make me proud. I'm proud that you're from Lorain High School. Thank you very much. The Senior Advisory Committee has selected a graduating senior to perform a solo this evening in honor of this graduation. I would like to give a little bit of explanation. Reginald Miller will be singing from the microphone in front of the band, and he is singing "You Are the Wind Beneath My Wings." Folks in the audience, teachers here, administrators, he is expressing words of thanks to you, to all of us. For in his mind and his words, we are the wind beneath his wings. Reginald Miller, will you please come forward? As Mr. Miller approaches the microphone, I would like to announce that the music to accompany him was prepared in advance by Mr. Stefani, Philip Stefani, who is a graduating senior, and he has been Mr. Music to Lorain High School for 4 years.
Been cold there in my shadow to never have sunlight on your face. You've been content to let me shine. You always walked a step behind. So I was the one with all the glory, while you were the one with all the strength. Only a face without a name. I never once heard you complain. Did you ever know that you're my hero? And everything I would like to be. I can fly higher than an eagle, 'cause you are the wind beneath my wings. It might have appeared to go unnoticed that I've got it all here in my heart. I want you to know I know the truth. I would be nothing without you. Did you ever know that you're my hero? And everything I would like to be. I can fly higher than an eagle, 'cause you are the wind beneath my wings. You are the wind beneath my wings.
Thank you, Reggie. Presenting the diplomas at the top of the ramp tonight will be Mr. Richard J. Dargo. Mr. Dargo has been and continues to be an educator in area schools. Currently, he is serving as a member of the Lorain Board of Education. Please welcome Mr. Dargo as he comes to the podium to address the class of 1994. Mr. Dargo.
Dear graduates, parents, friends, and educators, I'm honored this evening to represent the Lorain School Board and the Lorain community in congratulating you, each and every one of you, and praising you. This is indeed a day for joyous celebration, especially for you. However, it's a day of celebration for me also. Today, I'm commemorating my high school graduation from Dear Lorain High School. At the beginning of this day, I felt like the character in the movie Back to the Future, because it was exactly to the day, Wednesday, June the 8th, but in 1955, that I graduated from Lorain High. Our class set a record that year. We were the first class that had to go indoors for our graduation. And looking at the clouds this morning, I was hoping that going back to the past would not keep you graduates indoors. So what I did this morning, I took my tassel from my graduation day, hoping it would be luck, and sure enough it was. You have a glorious sunny day. I agree with Superintendent Thomas Boland about you can do it, but be careful. It's not going to be easy. Each of you graduates will be the engineer of tracking your own destinations. During the course of your life, you will be side-railed and sometimes even derailed. But each of you has the special power to control the track, to control that track switch. There will be times when you may need to brake for obstacles along the way. But remember, each one of you, that learning is a lifelong process. There are no set routes. You can reach your goals using your abilities that you gained from the Lorain City Schools. Your future is up to you. As a graduate of Dear Lorain High in 1955, I wish to pass along to you and entrust to you a special model that our class chose for that year. It certainly has helped me in my life to overcome obstacles and to make good decisions. That model was, with faith, we face the future. Remember, graduates, to have faith in yourself, trust in yourself, and if I may borrow from your alma mater song, to yourself, ever be true. Today commences a new phase in your life. It's full steam ahead. You, each one of you graduates, are your own wind beneath your wings. Everyone has been applauding you, but I think you need to applaud yourself. Show your folks, show those present here that you're ready to go full steam ahead. Let's hear it. Let's hear your applause. At this time, I'd like Mr. Kramer to help me in distributing the diplomas.
Would you stand by that palm with Mr. Boland and Mr. Kramer? By the palm. Yes. Members of the Board of Education, Mr. Boland, family, friends, and distinguished guests, I now have the privilege to present the class of 1994. You may be assured that all names to be read are names of students who have met and or exceeded the state and local requirements for graduation from high school. The names will be read by Mr. David Karolak, Assistant Principal at Lorain High School, and the diplomas will be presented by Mr. Richard J. Dargo with congratulatory handshakes from Mr. Boland, Mr. Kingsley, and myself. At this time, we will take our places to begin the roll call. Thank you very much.
First row, please stand. Jennifer Adkins. Angie Alicia. Rafael Alvarado. Tanya Elves. Michelle Amato. Rosanna Arce. Roberto Orocho. Nicole Athanas. Tammy Barker. Robert Conrad Barnes. Jeffrey Bearer. Benjamin Belisario. Andrew Bender. Darren Bennett. Robert Berlingeri. Sarah Bernhardt. Theodore Blaby. April Blanton. Michael Bodie. Allison Bolios. Danielle Boone. Brandy Bordy. John Boughton. Andrew Branham. Brandy Buchanan. James Butler. John Kane. Latoya Campbell. Francesca Caraballo. Lee Arton Carter. Raytrell Carter. Joseph Carver. Jason Christensen. Robert Christensen. Sean Klickner. Christopher Clinton. Adeline Cromer. George Cruz. Alita Cummings. Carrie Dakin. Christopher Daniels. Julia Davis. Andres Dominguez. Heidi Driver. Jeffrey George Duziak. Mary Delaney. Jennifer Dole. Jennifer Ebbinger. Edward Eckenrode. Jennifer Ehas. Jennifer Engel. Thomas Engel. Melvin English. Laura Arendt. David Evans. Deshaun Ewing. Jamie Ferris. Luz Figueroa. Matthew Flores. Kayla Fontanez. Daniel Forbes. Dina Fox. Priscilla Fowler. Nicole Francis. Randy Garcia. Jonathan George. James Glover. Money Goins. Terrence Gray. Cynthia Gutierrez. Jeremy Haas. Aaron Hanna. Rob Harkless. Jamie Harris. Michelle Haviland. Floyd Hyman. Jeremy Hendrickson. Joseph Hernandez. Jennifer Hill. Adolphius Huff. Carrie Igo. Jennifer Irwin. Alicia Jackson. Amanda Jacobs. Crystal Jules. Bobby Johnson. Gene Johnson. Jessica Kazier. Tammy Kennard. Casey Kasperek. Kurt Kazmetsky. Jennifer Kesterkey. Amanda Kitts. Victoria Klingshern. Joseph Kosak. Roy Koch. Robert Komlozy. Joseph Karaski. Nicole Lafferty. David Larson. Scott Leatherberry. Julie Lewis. Patricia Little. Erica Lopez. Teresa Lopez. Amarava Love. Sam Lucky III. Angela Lucas. Rachel Malinowski. Gilbert Cuevas. Chiquita Marbury. Walina Martin. Angela Matos. Keisha Matthews. Veronica McConnell. David Mihalovich. Matthew McKay. Melissa Michaels. Carrie Miller. Reginald Miller. Screw up. Michelle Miller, excuse me. Reginald Miller. Jovan Moon. Tamika Mosley. Ralph Moy. Jennifer Neighbor. Jacqueline Newbert. Jesus Nieves. Nicole Nieves. Otis Noble. Jacob Notley. Christopher Knoll. Madalena Ocasio. Jasmine O'Hearn. Bartos Olsa. Stelios Paradises. Stephen Petrelja. Fayette Patton. Yelena Pavlovich. Nancy Perhot. Brad Petruchek. Jeanette Pettyjohn. Jonathan Phillips. Daniel Plum. Greg Poprocky. Mandy Puckett. Michelle Raber. Milan Radanovich. David Ramos. Maria Ramos. Nicole Ramsey. Andre Ransom. Mark Reyes. Marshall Richardson. Shelley Richmond. Tara Robin. Laverne Robinson. Tara Robles. Juan Rodriguez. Jeanette Rogers. Pedro Roman. Juan Rosario. Zachary Rousseau. Melanie Ruffner. Michael Rominski. Heather Sage. Michael Salas. Tabitha Selva. Joshua Sauve. Aaron Schaeferstein. Jenny Schwartz. Marina Savestianova. Christina Shahada. Joyce Shreve. Damian Siska. Douglas Smith. Jasmine Smith. Jesse Smith. Valerie Smith. Kelly Spear. Erica Starr. Philip Stefani. Brandy Stinson. Brian Stipe. Damian Strouser. Edward Schwintanowski. Rebecca Zabo. Rick Zabo. James Taylor. Lillian Taylor. Max Taylor. Isaac Teron. Tamika Thomas. Lori Tomlin. Omar Torres. Amy Ulichny. George Vargo. Alan Varndell. Gilbert Vasquez. Damian Vitale. Tina Wasilewski. Jason Watchorn. Matt Weber. Heather Whitman. Donald Waltman. Dawn Woods. What was that name? What was that? Randall Ybarra. Antonio Young. Barbara Zagar. Eric Zimmerman.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, the class has decided to have an invocation and a benediction, and part of that benediction will be the a cappella choir singing those seniors from the a cappella choir. Will you seniors please go to the microphone immediately? Ladies and gentlemen, will you please come to quiet so the choir can sing the benediction? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we realize the length of this ceremony, but we wanted to give each graduate the attention he or she deserves. We'd like the invocation now. Will you please stand for the benediction delivered by Nancy Perhot?
May we bow our heads in prayer. As we prepare to leave tonight, we would like to ask blessings on the 1994 graduates of Lorain High School. We give thanks for the accomplishments, joys, and memories with which we have already been blessed, and are thankful for the gifts we have been given and the talents we have developed. We wish to express our gratitude for the parents, teachers, counselors, and friends who have been a vital link to our achievements and successes. We are grateful to have the opportunity to grow in a community where we are free to become all that we are called to be. As we say goodbye, we ask blessings on all that we will do in the future, pledging ourselves to use our gifts to make the world a better place. Amen.
This has been a production of WLCS TV6 Lorain City Schools.